Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
Ninetailedbrush.
And today we're going to be watching Haikyuu episode 12. Last episode we left off like with a literal face-off between NEKOMA High School.
Yeah.
And so I'm really interested to see where that goes. We've seen a few of their players. We saw their setter. It was very different and kind of like laid back. I don't know. I feel like this is just going to be a very different match. Not quite as straightforward and epic of like a showdown as I was imagining for the last few episodes, but still good. So we'll kind of see. I'm excited. This is really the first time we're going to see the new team play together. I don't know how well they're going to play together. I know they're all good individually. I don't know how well they're all going to play together. And then on top of that, we have Kageyama starting instead of Suga, which is very interesting. We were talking about maybe him getting subbed out or something. I don't know if that's a possibility. I'm sure we'll see here in this. I mean, this is the first real... Well, this is a practice game still, right?
This is still a practice game.
Okay, but we got our real uniforms this time.
And remember, this is, I feel like, the first real team we've ever faced because Albatross didn't have their setter for the entire game.
That's true. So I'm excited to see how this goes.
Yeah.
And I just love this show. So yeah, as always, the full-length reaction of this episode is going to be up on our Patreon, as well as Wednesday's reaction, if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. Patreon is pretty reasonable, and it does really help us, help support us, helps us keep doing what we're doing. Either way, though, thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. And as always, to avoid copyright, there's going to be a free link in the description to the actual reaction. Then you guys can come back here to hear our thoughts, theories, and review. So let's just get into Haikyuu episode 12. Dude.
Okay, I mean, dude.
Dude, I want a hoodie from this show that says one more time.
Oh, dang.
That was so sick.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
I feel like this episode we kind of see like, you know, while Hinata's kind of like quick attack is very surprising and special in the first like, you know, part of the match, it is something that can be kind of like, I feel like, you know, stopped once if you keep using it like repetitively.
Well, it's like anything, right? Which is why I like that they do it. Like, you can make, like, your plays and your game plan is all cool until there's another team adapting to it. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, shoot. Then like, you see it happen all the time in football, where it's like, there's a great quarterback for a year, and then people figure him out, and he disappears into oblivion because he can't adapt, right? It's the same. So it's like, if you're a good player, even more, honestly, than the raw talent is if you can adapt, I feel. Like, and, like, work as a team, which I feel like is the sole difference between Karasuno and the other school. Yeah,
I feel like the other school is more experienced in that sort of like team play and that sort of like, you know, I feel like since they've worked as a team and they are more solid overall, they can kind of think more and be like, hey, I'm going to adapt this way and do that. Whereas Hinata literally is trying to figure out, hey, how do I spike in midair, right?
Yeah.
Because he still hasn't done that fully.
And it's weird, but it's like if you work together, if you can adapt at the low levels, you can just much better than a team that just has some really good players but can't adapt at all. Even though if that team learns to adapt, they will like far surpass you. Yeah. Because they haven't yet. Just the other school being able to adapt at all is destroying. And they're not destroying them, but pretty easily countering them. Yeah. And so that's really cool. I really like seeing the coach. Yeah, just seeing more of that idea of like seeing the different ways these people coach and the way their teams respond to that. And yeah, just everything. It's very, very interesting.
I mean, also, like, we get a little, like, something of Kageyama's, like, you know, talent. I mean, he's able to set and spike and...
Dude, he's like everything. Like, they control the speed of his sets. It's like, dude. But if Hinata can get these, like, curves down, that could be really, really strong.
Yeah, of course. I mean, because right now he does feel a little bit like they said, the Oni in the club, right? Like, he kind of does feel like he's just a club, and he doesn't really think or do anything, really. And without the Oni, like, he's nothing, you know?
I think it's really revealing that the coach, he's thinking in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though he's not supposed to be.
Also, the coach, unlike the Albatross coach, right? Yeah. He didn't say, hey, that, you know, number 10, Hinata, he's dangerous, you know? Yeah. He said, no, the libero and the setter are dangerous. And he didn't mention Hinata, right? Yeah. Because he kind of sees, okay, this is where their source of like power comes from.
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think most interesting because the coach didn't, like, if the coach just cared about this match, he would have subbed him out.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I like
yeah,
how they haven't said that yet, but you can see that in his character. He wouldn't be working on improving Hinata if he wasn't at least deep down intending on... Right?
Yeah.
Like, if you just cared about your ego and beating Nekoma, you'd be like, screw it, we're taking you out of the game. Done. But he doesn't. And so he's already investing in the future, even though he's like, no, I'm just here for this game. Which is, I like little details like that. I think it's really cool.
That's cool.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, the full-length reaction is going to be up on our Patreon, and Wednesday's reaction is also going to be up on our Patreon. So if you guys want to go check that out, it is pretty reasonable and does help us keep doing what we're doing over here. But either way, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. And hopefully you guys stick around. And if you do, we will see you in the next video.